Suddenlink, in partnership with Dave Campbell's Texas Football, believe in great connectivity and supporting each community it serves. And that's why we've teamed up for the third consecutive year to present the Dave Campbell's Community Connector School Program presented by Suddenlink. This fall, 15 schools will be spotlighted. And at the end of the season, communities will rally the vote for their school to be named the Community Connection School of the Year and a chance to receive a $2,500 donation thanks to the support of Suddenlink. Today, we are proud to spotlight our Community Connection School of the Week, the San Angelo Central High School, and the recipient of our Community Connector Award, Joe Guttery. Joe has been selected to receive this nomination for all of his hard work, dedication, and service to the San Angelo Central community. Joining us to celebrate Joe, we have the District Athletic Director for San Angelo ISD, Rodney Chant, and the head football coach and athletic coordinator for the San Angelo Central Bobcats, Kevin Crane. And joining us on behalf of Suddenlink, we have Mike Horton. Joe, when you heard that you were being presented with the Community Connector Award, tell us what your reaction was and tell us what motivated you to get involved in supporting San Angelo Central community and their students.
Great question. I really had several reactions and all kind of simultaneously at the same time. One of those was my first, I think, was surprise. Being a part of the Booster Club and being able to support the Bobcat athletic program is something that I see as something I get to do, not as a duty or something that I have to do. And it's a passion of mine. So I was kind of surprised that they have an award for something that I enjoy doing so much and like to be a part of. Another reaction I had was a little bit of embarrassment. And what I mean by that is I'm just one person that's part of a much bigger team of people that work on the Booster Club who donate countless hours and a lot of energy and even money to support the Booster Club, which in turn supports our coaches and our student athletes. And so this award is really for the Booster Club, not just, for me individually. And then I would say finally a reaction was appreciation and really being humbled. To be nominated by Coach Crane makes this extra special. I have all the admiration and respect in the world for Coach Crane and his staff and all of our coaches at Central who work so hard with our young people to mold and to develop them. And so to be nominated by someone like Coach Crane just made it extra special for me. And as for how I got involved, I am a proud Central High School graduate. Too many years ago for me to discuss on this call or that I want to remember. But most of my family graduated from Central High School as well, or even some from back at when it was known as San Angelo High School back in the old days. I'm a proud Bobcat. I grew up in a household of big Bobcat fans, and even from a very young age, even before I started elementary school, I saw the passion that my parents and other family members had for the Bobcats and for Orange and Blue, and that really just carried over into adulthood. And so having the opportunity as an adult to give back in a very small way by being a part of the Booster Club is something that I definitely wanted to be a part of.
And Coach Crane, when I reached out to you to ask for a nomination, Joe was one of the first names that came to your mind. I'm curious as to why you believe Joe is most deserving of the Community Connector Award, and how important is it to have somebody like Joe setting a positive example for your kids and your program?
Yeah, really, it was a no-brainer. Joe's done a great job with our Booster Club over the years. He's been involved with it for many years, and just recently become the president. But man, he does so much for our athletic teams and our athletic programs, and he gets out into the community. He does a great job out on social media as well, and just helping spread the word with some of the things that are going on within San Angelo Central High School and within our athletic program. And he bleeds orange. He loves San Angelo and he loves the Bobcats, and we couldn't do a lot of the things that we've been able to do without him and without his leadership in our Booster Club. And just very thankful for things that he does and continues to do for our athletic programs.
Coach Chan, as the district athletic director there at San Angelo ISD, you know how important it is to have people supporting the program and the community, and with somebody like Joe who supports not only the football program but all sports there at the Booster Club. Tell us how special it is for you to see him be recognized with the Community Connector Award and to have his support there at Central High School.
Absolutely. Joe does a fantastic job for San Angelo Central, and representing, what we want our kids to do out in the community. One of the expectations that we have as an athletic department is for all of our programs to get out there in the community and find something where they can serve others. And Joe and what he's doing here, he's serving the athletes of San Angelo Central and has done that for a long time. And we certainly appreciate the work that he does. Dr. Detloff, our superintendent, could not be here today, but he just wanted to pass on his appreciation to Joe as well, for the work that he has done for the Central Bobcats and for not only the football team, but for all the sports at San Angelo Central, because we think all the sports are important. Extracurricular activities is one of the greatest things that happens at the high school and middle school level. It keeps our kids involved, and we just are excited about this award that Joe has won.
We are in year 3 of our partnership with Suddenlink, honoring great community connectors across the state of Texas. Like Joe, started this program back in 2019, honoring 5. We grew the program in 2020 to honoring 10 digitally during the pandemic, and get the opportunity to recognize 15 community connectors across the state of Texas this year in 2021. And we couldn't do it without the support of folks like Mike there at Suddenlink. Mike, tell us why it was so important for Suddenlink to partner with Dave Campbell's Texas Football to spotlight Texas high school communities, and how special is it for you to see a school like San Angelo Central, a community in which you guys serve each and every day, receive recognition like this?
Thank you, Rob, and hello from Flagstaff, Arizona. Gentlemen, I grew up played my high school football in Littleton, but I spent 3 years living in Tyler, Texas, and I worked at our Suddenlink building that was on the corner of Loop 323 and Earl Campbell Parkway. I've always thought that was pretty cool. But, it's great to be here today with Central High School and to honor you, Joe, as a Community Connector Award recipient. Is there anything better than Friday nights in West Texas? At Suddenlink, we are so proud of our partnership with Dave Campbell's Texas Football, but more so with the remarkable work that's put forth by the student athletes, our teachers, coaches, administrators, and our volunteers who make the Friday night memories that last for a lifetime. Suddenlink believes in supporting each community that we serve, and that's why we're pleased to be a small part of Texas football in this Community Connector Award. Joe, thanks for all you've done for the Bobcat programs by leading Booster Club this 13 years and counting. This is truly the definition of selfless service for not only the kids, but for the community. So Joe, again, congratulations. Thank you, and go Bobcats.
Coach Crane, what does it mean to you to have partners like Suddenlink who are committed to recognizing the community efforts from folks like Joe, not only there at San Angelo Central High School, but across the state of Texas as well?
It's fantastic. I mean, there's no greater partnership than with Texas high school football, and they've worked into that, and I think it's a great avenue for them. But we appreciate all their help and support, and the recognition that they're giving individuals across the state. It's well deserved, and Joe is certainly among that. And so we're very appreciative of what they've done for Texas high school football, and specifically for San Angelo Central and Joe Guttery.
And Coach Chant, kind of that same question to you. What does it mean to you to have partners like Suddenlink who are recognizing folks like Joe there at San Angelo Central, but also across the state?
Oh, absolutely. It is fantastic that they've decided to do this and support these people that have gone the extra mile to support not only their teams, but their community. It's very important, and they're a great example of what we want our kids to grow up and do once they graduate high school and move on to their next endeavors. We want them to be that example for everybody in their community of going out and serving those around them.
Now, Joe, I know it's never easy to sit there and listen to people talk about you and compliment you, but I want you to know that I'm glad we get the opportunity to do it. Because I know that you don't do it for the compliments, you don't do it for the recognition, but it is important to shine the light on folks like you that work behind the scenes to make everything happen. So I want to give you the final words. Joe, do you have any final words for Mike and the team at Suddenlink?
Definitely want to thank Suddenlink for sponsoring this award, and not just about the award or the monetary donation, but more importantly, businesses in our community being involved. I think that's so important. We oftentimes people kind of want to let the school leaders take care of educating and developing children, but it really takes the whole community, especially the businesses in our community. And so anything they can do to be involved in mentoring and developing and making programs available to our kids, that's going to be a great thing. So I appreciate Suddenlink's involvement so much.
Well, on behalf of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and Suddenlink, congratulations again to San Angelo Central High School for being named our Community Connection School of the Week, and to Joe Guttery for receiving the Community Connector Award. Joe, in honor of this recognition, Suddenlink will be making a $250 donation back to the San Angelo Central Bobcats program in your name. We're so thankful for everything that you do in your community.
Thank you.
San Angelo Central is now one of 15 schools in the running for the Community Connection School of the Year Award, and a chance to receive a $2,500 donation for their school. Voting will take place at the end of the year on texasfootball.com. And Bobcats fans, it will be up to you to rally the vote to lift San Angelo Central High School to the top. Thank you again to Coach Chant and Coach Crane for joining us here to recognize Joe. And last but not least, thank you to Mike and the team at Suddenlink for your support of the Community Connector School program.